Hey everyone, it's me again, Mona. Today I might be in hot water because I promised Broly I wouldn't roast his favorite YouTuber Tectone, but I've had enough of him bad-mouthing Genshin Impact. So I'm here to set the record straight and give him a taste of my razor-sharp roasting skills. Tectone thinks he's the king of gacha games, but the only thing he's good at kinging is being a hypocrite. He talks about Genshin Impact like it's the worst game ever made, yet he built his entire career on playing it. Seems like someone's forgotten where he came from. Or maybe he's just trying to stay relevant by constantly bad-mouthing the very game that made him popular. Either way, it's a pretty weak move. Step aside, Gacha King, because I'm about to bring the real fire. And don't even get me started on his ego. You'd think he's the most important person in the world, the way he talks about himself. But let me tell you, he's nothing but a big ball of hot air. He talks about moving on to bigger and better things, but in reality, he's just stuck rehashing the same tired complaints about Genshin Impact. It's just sad, really. And let's not forget about his obsession with being right. Tectone thinks he knows everything about every game on the market, but in reality, he's just a know-it-all who can't handle being wrong. It's like he thinks his opinion is the only one that matters. But sorry to break it to you, buddy, but you're not the center of the universe. So sit down and listen to someone who actually knows what they're talking about for once. And his content? Let's be honest, it's not the most original or entertaining stuff out there. He relies too heavily on drama and clickbait titles just to keep his views up. It's like he doesn't even know how to come up with creative ideas anymore. It's just lazy and uninspired. Sorry, Tectone, but you're not gonna keep your audience with that kind of content. They'll get bored and move on to someone who actually puts effort into their videos. As for his personality, well, let's just say it's nothing special. He's loud, obnoxious, and has the attention span of a goldfish. He can't seem to stay focused on anything for more than 5 minutes without getting bored. And he always jumps on the latest trend or drama, just to stay relevant. It's like he has no original thoughts of his own. It's just sad, really. Is this really the kind of person you want as your favorite YouTuber? Oh, and one more thing before I forget. Let's talk about those collabs he's been doing. Yeah, the ones where he teams up with other creators and makes those awkward, forced videos. They're just painful to watch. It's like he can't hold a conversation to save his life. He's just there for the clout, not because he actually wants to collaborate. It's just embarrassing to see him try to act like he's friends with all these popular YouTubers when we all know he's just using them for clout. It's honestly pathetic. And speaking of collabs, let's talk about his fanbase. Yeah, his fans, or as I like to call them, the Tectone cult. They blindly follow whatever he says, like a bunch of sheep. They believe everything he says, without even forming their own opinion. It's like they have no individuality at all. It's almost pathetic, really. Actually, no, it's not almost pathetic, it's just pathetic. They need to learn to think for themselves and stop following Tectone like he's some sort of messiah. But hey, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, whoa, Mona, you don't need to attack Tectone's fans. And you're right, I don't. But let's be honest, they're just a bunch of mindless sheep who follow him around like lost puppies. They don't have any original thoughts or opinions of their own. They're just there to support him no matter what. It's like they're in some kind of toxic relationship with him. It's just sad. Alright, I've had my fun with Tectone, but let's not forget the elephant in the room, that embarrassing past relationship of his. We all know how that ended, and it wasn't pretty. But hey, Tectone, I'm sure you've just forgotten all about it, right? Or maybe not. Maybe it still haunts you to this day. Either way, let's just leave it in the past where it belongs. Alright, folks, that's all the roasting for today. Just remember to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And hey, I know I didn't have Broly's permission to roast Tectone, but can you really blame me? And let's face it, he had it coming. So Tectone, if you're watching this video, I hope you've learned a thing or two about the consequences of bad-mouthing a game that made you popular. Sorry. Not sorry.